What's changing in 2026 isn't loud. It isn't clearly explained at booking. And cruise lines are not warning passengers up front. But these new travel rules are already catching people off guard. Missed sailings, denied boarding, surprise fees, delays that eat entire port days, and problems that don't show up until it's too late to fix them. If you follow outdated cruise habits in 2026, you're setting yourself up for stress, lost money, and avoidable mistakes. But if you watch this in order, you'll move through cruising cleaner, faster, safer, and with far more control than most passengers on board. This is SHIPVERSE, and this is the step-by-step checklist for the new travel rules coming to cruising in 2026, explained in the exact order you need to handle them. Do not skip ahead. Every phase protects the next. Phase 1. The 2026 mindset reset. Before we talk documents, boarding, or ships, you need to reset one dangerous assumption. Step 1. Stop assuming a book D means approved D in 2026. A confirmed booking does not automatically mean you're cleared to sail. And why this matters is simple. More cruise lines are separating booking confirmation from travel clearance. That clearance now depends on documentation checks, digital verification, and arrival timing. What goes wrong if you skip this mindset shift is denial at the terminal. Not because you did something wrong that day, but because something wasn't validated earlier. Passengers are showing up with paid cabins and being turned away over technicalities they didn't even know existed. Pro tip, think of cruising like flying internationally now. Your booking is only step 1. Clearance is a separate process, and it starts weeks before sail day. Step 2. Understand that cruise lines now enforce rules earlier in past years. Many issues were handled at the port with flexibility. In 2026, enforcement is front-loaded. Why this matters is that systems now flag problems before human agents even speak to you. Once the system says no, staff often can't override it. If you assume issues can be fixed at the port, you're gambling your entire vacation. Insider detail. Cruise lines prefer denying boarding over delaying embarkation. Schedule protection now outweighs passenger flexibility. Phase 2. Documentation rules that quietly change this phase is where most denials start. Step 1. Recheck passport validity the 2026 way in 2026. Passport validity is no longer just about expiration date. Why it matters is that many itineraries now require additional buffer validity beyond the cruise end date, even on closed-loop sailings. What goes wrong is passengers being denied boarding because their passport expires too soon, even though it was valid for the trip length. Pro tip, aim for at least 6 months of validity beyond your return date, regardless of what the itinerary claims. Step 2. Name matching is now strictly enforced in 2026. Name mismatches are no longer treated casually. Why this matters is that automated systems cross-check booking names with passports, visas, and digital travel authorizations. If your booking name doesn't match your passport exactly, including middle names or spacing, the system can flag you. What goes wrong is delayed boarding, manual review, or full denial during peak embarkation windows. Insider detail. Fixing a name error at the port is now far harder than fixing it weeks earlier. Some systems lock edits within days of sailing. Step 3. Visas and transit permissions are being checked earlier even if you've cruised the same itinerary before. Rules may not be the same in 2026. Why this matters is that some ports now require digital pre-authorization even for short cruise stops. If you assume I've never needed a visa before, you may be wrong this year. What goes wrong is being denied boarding because one port on the itinerary requires clearance, even if you plan to stay on board. Pro tip, cruise lines enforce requirements for the entire itinerary, not just where you plan to disembark. Phase 3. Digital travel systems you can't ignore anymore. This phase is new for many cruisers. Step 1. Complete all digital check-ins early in 2026. Digital check-in isn't just about convenience, it's about convenience. Why it matters is that incomplete check-ins now delay boarding priority and can trigger manual review. What goes wrong is showing up early but boarding late, losing dining times, excursions, or even sail-away experiences. Insider detail. Some cruise lines assign boarding windows based on check-in completion time, not cabin class. Step 2. Watch for secondary verification requests after check-in. Some passengers now receive follow-up requests. Why this matters is that ignoring these emails or app alerts can freeze your boarding pass. What goes wrong is assuming silence means approval. It doesn't. Pro tip, check spam folders and app notifications daily in the final week before sailing. Step 3. App functionality is no longer optional in 2026. Many onboard services are app-locked. Why this matters is that dining, muster, room access, and even payments may require app activation. If you skip setup, you'll waste hours on board fixing what could have been done at home. Insider detail. Some ships now limit guest services support for issues that could have been resolved digitally before sailing. Phase 4. Embarkation day rules that surprise repeat cruisers. This is where habits break trips. Step 1. Arrival timing is strictly enforced in 2026. Arriving early doesn't always help. Why this matters is that terminals now stagger arrivals to control congestion. What goes wrong is being turned away to wait outside, sometimes for hours, even if you're early. Pro tip, arrive within your assigned window, not before it. Step 2. Security screening is tighter. Screening rules have expanded. Why this matters is that prohibited items lists are being enforced more consistently. What goes wrong is items being confiscated or causing secondary inspections that delay boarding. Insider detail. Some terminals now use enhanced scanners that flag items previously allowed. Step 3. Boarding denial thresholds are lower in 2026. Ships wait less. Why this matters is that final boarding times are strictly enforced. Miss it and the ship sails without you. Pro tip, treat final boarding time like a flight departure, not a suggestion. Phase 5. Onboard rule changes you feel immediately once on board. New rules still apply. Step 1. Muster requirements are enforced digitally. Why this matters is that failure to complete muster can lock onboard privileges. What goes wrong is cabin access delays, dining restrictions, or service denial. Insider detail. Some ships now auto-flag guests who delay muster beyond a set time. Step 2. Payment and spending authorization rules tightened in 2026. Onboard spending authorization failures cause account freezes. Why this matters is that declined cards can block purchases ship-wide. Pro tip, notify your bank before sailing and confirm international authorization. Step 3. Wi-Fi and connectivity rules changed. Why this matters is that many apps require constant connectivity. What goes wrong is assuming offline access works the same as before. Insider detail. Some ships now limit app functionality without onboard Wi-Fi plans. Phase 6. Port day rules that catch people off guard. Port days are where most rule violations happen. Step 1. All aboard times are non-negotiable. Why this matters is that ships now leave earlier if schedules shift. What goes wrong is missing the ship by minutes. Pro tip. Plan to be back on board at least 60 minutes before all aboard. Step 2. Independent excursions carry higher risk. Why this matters is that cruise lines are less flexible about delays. If your tour runs late, the ship will not wait. Insider detail, ship-sponsored excursions remain the only guarantee protection. Step 3. Identification rules assure tightened. Why this matters is that some ports now require original ID, not copies. What goes wrong is being denied re-entry to the port area. Phase 7. Disembarkation and post-cruise surprises. Even getting off the ship changed. Step 1. Customs processes are more automated. Why this matters is that system errors can delay exit. Pro tip, ensure your account is fully settled before the final night. Step 2. Luggage rules are enforced strictly. Why this matters is that prohibited items discovered late can cause fines or delays. Step 3. Post-cruise holds and charges increased. Why this matters is that audits now happen after sailing. Check your final statement carefully. Final section. Traps to avoid in 2026 cruising. Do not assume old rules still apply. Do not ignore app notifications. Do not rely on port day flexibility. Do not treat boarding times casually. And do not assume the cruise line will fix mistakes made earlier in the process. Cruising in 2026 rewards prepared passengers and quietly punishes everyone else. If you've cruised recently, I want to know what surprised you the most compared to previous years.